Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sick of Shit Broadcasting. I'm the host of this program, Mr. Sick of Shit, because, like you, I am sick of the shit going on in this country and throughout the world. Whew, well, I think you probably already know pretty much everything there is to tell you, but everything that's going on in, well, with Russia and the Ukraine. I know maybe not everything. I found out some very interesting news here recently. This Zelensky fella is not who he's claiming to be. Not only was he a TV comedian in the Ukraine who did a series in which he was fantasizing basically about becoming president, and then he did. Interesting. But he's been slaughtering Ukrainians for quite some time. I mean, we're talking mass genocide of the very people that Putin is coming in saying this region and the other one has to become their own autonomous states. Well, there's very good reason for that because that's what Zelensky has been doing. Obviously, there's some pretty bad blood between Russians and Ukrainians that's been going on for quite some time. And Zelensky has been killing off as many of the Ukrainian Russians as he can. Not to mention, you know, I'm thinking, to be honest with you, sounds to me like the only reason that the people of the Ukraine are even following this man into battle is because they are afraid of him. And it sounds to me like they have good reason. He is not the good guy. Granted, is there any leader of a country anywhere in the world that is a good guy? I don't think so. So you can't really say that Putin is a good guy, but in this case, he is on the side of doing what's right. And also, there have been reports from Ukrainians themselves that it has been the Ukrainian military that has been bombing and shelling these residential communities and blaming it on Russia just to get a war started. Sound familiar? Yeah, me too. But I'm telling you, folks, you cannot believe what you hear in mainstream media. They tell you what they want you to believe. That's what they do. They do not tell the truth. They might tell maybe 10% mixed with 90% worth of lies. And we've got to try and figure out what the whole truth really is. So basically, get your news from trusted sources on YouTube, DLive, Parler, places that you are already getting good intelligence from, that you feel like you can trust the people that you're listening to. Jacob Israel is a good one. Marfugel is kind of long-winded, but he's good. Um, Israeli News Live is a really good one. There are some really good news sources out there. Roy Potter is another good one. People who dig really deep to get the truth. And that's all you're going to get from them is the truth. Just like that's what you get from me. I mean, like I said, I cannot stress it enough. You can't, I wouldn't even bother listening to mainstream media. I'm sorry. I don't listen to them. I get notifications from, oh, what is that news app that I've got? Newsbreak. I get notifications from them for things all day long because they appear to be telling more than one side of what they're calling news. But even that I take with a box of salt because I don't know how much of what I'm hearing from them is 100% accurate. At any rate, that's where we are with all of that. The price of fertilizer, folks, has gone up huge. This is going to be a very serious problem where food production is concerned this year. It's going to cause everything to inflate. Not to mention the prices of even used farm equipment has also risen by about 30%. I told you about what happened with the water supply being cut off to the farmers in California. I mean, it's just bad all the way around. I don't know how this country is doing as well as we are currently with these people in charge deliberately keeping everything held up in these ports. I don't know how we're managing, but somehow we are by the grace of God. I bought, oh, say probably about a week ago, I bought some Jerusalem artichokes because I've heard a lot of good things about them. They actually food that grows wild. Big, pretty yellow plant that has edible tubulars, very similar to a potato. I bought and planted some of those today. I had potatoes that had seeded, so I cut the eyes off those and planted some potatoes today. I bought some purslane seeds, very nutrient dense food that also frequently grows wild just about everywhere, but I want more of it. I want as much wild food as I can get growing nearby where I can have access to it. There's even a winter variety of purslane that can be utilized during the cold weather months, so I bought some of that too. I'm going to be looking into more of these. A lot of people actually call them invasive species. A lot of people think they're weeds, and I guess some of them actually are. But hey, if they're weeds that can be eaten that are very high in nutrients, I'm all for it. I'll eat weeds, no problem. At any rate, that's what's going on. Where it's going from here, well, I think we pretty much know where they want to take it. I'm sorry, folks, if you think that Trump is a great guy, I don't believe it. He's just not. He knew that this treatment, before he even got started on it, he knew what it was going to be. He knew it was going to kill people. He knew it was going to put diseases in people that they can't cure. He knew that all these things were going to happen. And he knows now. And still, he keeps pushing it. He pushed it so hard that my pro Trump dad went ahead and got this thing. So I don't even know how much longer he's going to be with us. Not to mention, both of my sisters, and at least one niece and both of my nephews were also so strongly encouraged to do this that they did it too. So where we're going with them, I don't know. All I know is both of my sisters appear to be under the influence of nanobots. And likely the other, my nephews and my niece are being influenced by them as well. So, there you got that. It's not going over well for my family. The only two people that I know of for sure that have not gotten this suicidal treatment have been my mother and myself. And I'm hoping that she's not going to. She doesn't appear to be in the frame of mind that she'll be coaxed into that. I certainly won't. Till next time, Mr. Sick of Shit, signing out.